Here's to not getting IFA again. All right, Crimea, we can do something with this. 3 forest territories, 3 structures not adjacent to home base. What mat do we get here? Innovative. All right. All right, this is innovative Crimea. This is a strong combination we're up against. It looks like a mechanical Polania who could have some significant power, patriotic Nordic, who also has bolster over deploy, and militant Rusviet, which is a higher coin combination that's almost as fast as we are. All right. So I'm trying to remember here what I usually do for innovative Crimea. We're going to start out with a produce. Innovative board is the fastest board in the game, and innovative Crimea is just amazing. Thing is, Rusviet Militant can end in about 13 turns if they play it right, and they're able to pick up combats. We can end in 12, but Rusviet Militant's going to be getting a lot more coin than us. So the question is, after 12 turns, can we find combats, and are we even ahead when we do it? It's probably not going to be 12 turns because we're going to have to move on to 3 forests. The 3 buildings is just not realistic. So we can get to 1 from our home base, 2 from our home base, but any of these are going to require that we move additional times because we can't wayfare to this one or this one. That's going to slow us down a little bit. So says militant Russia. No kidding, man. Saying I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, we're going to trade for 2 metal. We're going to produce next time. And then trade for 1 metal and a food. That'll give us 3 food, which is enough to get an enlist. And 3 metal, which is enough to get a mech. We'll produce again. Put a speed mech here, get our 8 workers, and then we'll start moving. Lonnie with that mechanical board. Like they're going to go ahead and start working on their worker. All right, what's Rusviet going to do here? He's going to trade for 2 metal. Okay, it's fine. Get our second food to 5 workers. I'm really watching Rusviet here the most closely to see what they're going to do. I mean, they're going to make a mech next time, but the question is, how do they use this first move action? That's going to tell me the most, I think, about what they intend to do with this game. How do they use this move action, and which mech do they go for? I would move 1 worker down here. Yeah, because that's going to allow them to deploy a mech, probably a Riverwalk mech right here. Sure enough. And then the next produce gets them to 8 workers and 2 more metal, which is enough for another deploy. So when they move across, they can drop another mech. We're going to produce once more, so we'll actually have an extra food, it looks like. It'd be nice for us if either Nordic or Palandia wasn't in this game. It'd make getting the 3 forests much more easily because we could wayfare to here or here. But out of 3 other factions, it just so happens that both factions with wood on their home base are in this game. Neither IFA has wood adjacent to their home base. Any had foundations of the Empire. It's just how it goes for me sometimes. It feels like, you know, I get innovative Crimea, which is amazing. There are only 2 combinations in the game that are better than innovative Crimea. One of them is Rustfiat Innovative, which actually can't be in the game if you're innovative Crimea. The other one is Militant Rustfiat. So if you're innovative Crimea, the only combination that can be in the game that is stronger than you are is Militant Rustfiat. Like the only one. Get food off of this. Gonna go for the pop and probably the enlist. Get to 2 enlist. Alright, what do we got coming out of Nordic here? Probably a bolster to a deploy. Round 5. No, they're going to do another produce. Get themselves to 5 workers. Bolster deploy will come next round, probably. And Rustfiat's going to move this farm or this farm. Character up here. Deploy another mech. They can get 2 mechs this turn if they want to spend the coin to do it. They probably should. Alright. Time to move. Let's split our workers evenly here. Rustfiat did not go for the 3rd mech off the encounter. That helps us. This isn't really what we were looking for, guys. 2 combat cards and 3 power. Boy, that's tempting. Think this through a minute. We've got time. We have 4 food on the ground. We're going to use up 3, have 1 left over. That means we need 9 minus 1, 8 more food. It's 2 produces of 4 workers. We can take this. This saves us a turn, but takes away all our coin, and then we can't produce. Could get the coin bonus off of this. This saves us a turn. This gives us 3 power and 2 combat cards. And this gets us close to tier 2. We're going to do this. For all that discussion about the other 2. Always take the combat card enlisted in your Crimea. Always take the combat cards. Sure, Rusviet's leading the pack right now. Yep. We're not really going to start to rack up points for a few turns here until we start to spread out. You know what we can do though? We're going to produce next turn, right? Get 4 food and 4 metal. Get a mech. And let's go river walk. Some options open for us. What we could do is we could move up to this farm. Rusviet actually has less power than we do right now. Yeah, that's what I think we're going to do. That I think we're going to move up to this farm. We're going to take this encounter. That's going to put us at 7 popularity. It's tier 2. We're going to need 1 more produce, which gets us back to 6. So we'll have to pick up another encounter, trade for a pop, or get it somehow. But I'm thinking that the coin advantage for Rusviet is going to be so significant in this game. So he's just sitting on 8 right now with the militant board. He's going to start to really rack up coin over these next turns. I think we're going to need to get some spread. Polani is in no risk of leading the base. Nordic's nowhere close to us. Rusviet's the only player in this game that's weaker than we are right now. We actually keep our options open to be able to attack him if we want. Nordic's power situation. They're at 7, but only 1 card. So if we move up here, we'll produce the next turn and deploy Scout. We can put the Scout mech right up here, so Nordic won't be able to touch us. Neither will Rusviet. I mean, I guess Rusviet could send 2 units to attack us there, but there won't really be a lot of reason to do that. And what going there helps us do is not only do we move out of our base and get this encounter, not only do we get on this spot, but then in 1 move action we can pick up 2 forests and spread out. Would help us get our objective in fewer turns. Bringing a lot of food out into the open, but we're going to spin down some of them this turn. I'm just going to take that for the pop. And this is the more vulnerable spot. No one can really hit this. We'll spin these. Wait on the popularity. Try to decrease incentive for people to attack us. Now we have our character in range of the factory, which is good for us. This is also good for us, this 2 food, because that means we don't have to keep all 4 of these workers on the farm the next time we move to enlist. So what do we need? We need 6 food more. Yeah, that's right. And we have 4. 1 more produce gets us to 5. Five metal, is that right? I think I'm going to use a card on this next produce. Or I could use the card on the last deploy. Because what I want to do is I want to not spend the power, popularity, and coin, and the last time I make a mech, just use the bottom row action only. Nordic's up to 4 cards, but they still only have 1 unit in striking distance for us. So even with the 6 power, we've got the advantage. They decide to fight. Do we want to fight them? It'd be nice if they were still sitting on 1 card and we could take their only card. That would be great. We want to fight Nordic. Don't think so. Not yet. Do we want to fight Rusviet? This one. We're going to be 1 popularity short, so I'll take this. That's exposed food. That is not exposed food. Lonnie looks like they may be getting ready to build. We already have the 2 bottom row actions for the things Rusviet's going to do. We already have 2 out of the 3 forests that we need. Catching Rusviet, although our hold on this factory is tenuous, there's a decent chance Nordic comes for us on the factory next turn. But it's not the end of the world if that happens. We lose the factory, we get a combat card out of it. Yep, there it is. They don't have artillery, that's good. We don't want to give up the power. They're probably just going to play cards here. Boy, they went cheap. Thought they'd played the 2 cards at least, but they're afraid of running out of cards, evidently, with us in the game. It is really not helping us that there's no one that we can really get a combat against. Lonnie is the low power party in here, but it doesn't look like they're ever coming out of these 3 spots. There's another star. All right, 7 popularity for us. That was a big jump. That was nice. Rusviet have People's Army yet? They don't, but we'd have to give up. Although, that's our combat right there. Unless he reinforces the spot. Now he's going to get People's Army. Thankfully, Poloni built a mine. We're going to hold on to this objective. So, if you run out of time, you get booted and you lose. Sorry, I didn't see that question right away. But yeah, we don't want to run out of time. Probably ahead, but the problem is, how do we get combats? I mean, we're basically playing a stall game with Innovative Crimea. We can't touch Rusviet. And play 3 combat cards here and 3 combat cards here. We need Polania to come out and play. And then we can only get 1 combat off of them. We were willing just to jettison our tier 2. We could move up here, bump these workers, and then attack Polania over here. We'd lose 5 popularity doing it. Let's wayfare to an encounter. Nordic has too many to abuse Scout. We won't win that fight. Let's go ahead and turn this thing in. Try to get as much point distance between us and Rusviet as possible. Problem is, the only person we can really abuse Scout on is Nordic, and they have artillery, so if we repeatedly attack them to drain their combat cards, we'll run out of power long before they run out of cards. Okay, Polania is moving workers out, so temporarily drop out of tier 2. If we do that, that may be enough time for Rusviet to close, though. He's already got his objective, right? So he needs 2 combats. And a mech. The mech he can get in the same turn as a combat. The Russ can end any turn if he can get 2 combats. He does not have an upgraded move. Just got to keep spreading out. What do we want to do with this guy? We don't want to bump workers. I hate to take these guys off tunnels. I really do. If I'd had 1 more popularity, I could have attacked Polania for a star. We're up significantly. I'm just not sure how we close here. See, how many points are we getting out of our tier 2? 15? Okay, this could be good for us, actually. This is good for us. Bumped that worker, that's unfortunate. If he hadn't taken that, what I would have done is I would have gone up here and attacked here and forced him to let me get a combat. But now I can't reach that spot. Hey Neon Cat, what's going on? Losing here with the third, getting ready to lose with the third best combination in the game, getting beat by the second best combination in the game. Alright, I think this is the best thing we can do here. It's a shame we don't have a double move. 1, 1, 2, 3. Does Rustviet have a triple move? Hey Billboard, thanks for the follow. No, Rustviet doesn't have a double move. So let's do some math here for a second. Oh, we're up by 4. If we add 2 territories, we'll be up by 10. Star gets him 7. He takes 2 territories away from us. Adds 2 to himself. He wins. I only have 1 move. I can't deny him combats because he can hit either one of these guys. I lose. Oh, I have 10. I have 10 pop. Let's spare 3 pop. I'm up by 7. If he wins this combat, I win the game. Doing alright, man. Just trying to get a win here. He probably won't throw anything. He's probably going to give me this combat. He has to, actually. Yep, there it is. It's a good turn for us. Rusviet's going to have a hard time closing 16 points. And then next time we'll just attack him from here to here. That factory card was clutch as all get out. My goodness, that extra pop, being able to stay in tier 2 at 7. Looks like that comment's stuck. That was huge. What's Rusviet gonna do? They can't attack me to end it. They can't. They only have 2 moves. They could hit 1 worker and take 2 territories away from me, pick up 2 territories themselves, and get a star. That takes 6 from me, gets 4 to them. That's 10. 3 more. It's 13. It's not enough. Try taking the factory from Nordic. But they can't do that. I can just move 2 units, which means the most they could hit it with is 6. Or excuse me, with 3 units. 2 mechs and People's Army with the worker. You can't take the factory. If I was Rusviet, I would have to put some workers here. Of course, let's see here. Can I afford to drop out of tier 2? 16 points. No, I can't. Well, yeah, I can. Because I would lose 16 points down to 51, but then I get a star, 54. There's enough to win if he puts workers here. If I lose the fight, I don't lose the popularity, or he doesn't catch me. Nordic's thinking a long time about this turn. They could mess up our plans pretty significantly. Yeah, but yeah, he'd need the spread too. Okay, we're gonna lose a territory there. It's not helpful at all. How much does this hurt us? Just on the very unlikely scenario that he bluffs us. He bluffed us. We didn't need the power to win that last combat because we would have been just as happy losing the combat against Rusviet. That's it. GG. Just waiting for Northy to retreat. Is seaworthy. Yeah, I'm at a minute 42, but that was game. All right. This is Innovative Crimea in a stall game, guys. Yeah, that factory card came through. I mean, 15 rounds, you think that's not a stall game, that's a race game, right? But 15 rounds with Innovative Crimea feels like you're stalling out the game. Yeah, the factory card saved me. I almost didn't see it. I almost didn't see that I could bump those three workers. I could have gone for this spot, I guess, alternatively instead of this one. If I'd been sitting at 9 popularity, but that was a good one.